Right, welcome back. This is another day of my diary running into the British Grand Prix. People that know me for a while will know that I'm not the biggest eater in the world. I like to train and I train pretty well, but dieting hasn't been an issue. I was getting conditioned, but mainly because I started that. So early on this year I decided that I needed to readdress this. So I went to see Emma James, who runs Iron Psych, and she deals with the application of the psychology of training and exercise. So I had an issue with eating, so I went to see Emma and said, look, I can train well and I can diet really well, but I can't eat properly. I have a problem regimenting my food. So I had a chat with Emma and we discussed certain things. So Emma will now say what it is that we did to get over it.
Right, okay. For a majority of us, we've either got a problem coming out of pre-competition competition diet and changing our physique and letting ourselves go back to an off-season shape, or we have an issue generally with eating and putting a lot of carbohydrate, fats, etc., back in the system and seeing yourself changing shape to allow ourselves to grow. So it can be an either or. So what we were discussing was the issues that actually surround that and really address a lot of the problems that were associated with it. There's always the fear that you're going to get so out of condition you're never going to get back, which is always at the back of your mind, which almost stops you from feeling hungry. And so we deal with those limiting decisions, but also take a very practical approach with the steps that you can take to start eating again. So it's like a mixture of practical stuff that you can do plus therapeutic stuff at the same time. Because if you just do the therapy and say, right, off you go and eat, brilliant, you're like, how am I supposed to do that? So it's been a mixture of the two, really. But it's also having the confidence to be able to do it. So it's terrifying.
It is. Because I think when I did come to see you, I think my diet had reduced to about 6 or 7 food items, and I could only eat this, or this, and I built up a phobia even to the point of a revulsion towards certain foods, and we discussed how do I get past this point, and it wasn't so much that the foods themselves. I think we'd gone into a situation where I'd always been known for being lean, and then I couldn't not be lean, so I couldn't then get fat. And so we had to readdress that issue, and it was getting to the point where I was almost borderline anorexic.
Real problem.
I
mean, it was a real problem. But the thing is that it's fear. It's ultimately fear. And it's almost indescribable to explain to someone what that fear actually is like. And it is terrifying to think that you're about to put something in your system which is going to put body fat on. It is revulsion to a degree, so there has to be a practical aspect, and small tiny steps. It's like an acceptance. This is what I do, this is the problem that I've got, and I'm going to manage it rather than I'm going to cure it and I'm going to eat loads, because that's not manageable.
No. It's not. We did address that, didn't we? And I think that when I do get to compete and I do get on stage, I think even though we only worked probably for about 6 months together, I think people are going to see a different side of me that's a lot fuller, a lot more complete than there was. I would say I've eaten consistently about 800 to 1,000 calories a day extra than I would normally have. So I still feel leaner, I'm still in the same condition, but I'm definitely fuller and bigger. So I can only put that down to the structure that we visit together and I'm following it through.
Well, you had to do it.
Yeah, but we had to work out the plan to do it. So I can't take all the credit.
But the main thing, the main thing is rather than, one of the big problems with eating disorders as such is that you're encouraged with most therapists to overcome the problem. Great, you're fixed. Now you can go and eat masses of stuff and now get over your issue. The thing is that's not acceptable.
No, because I still needed to compete and I still need to be in trim. But I still have to get over the phobia of not being able to eat. So like I say, when we first got together, I probably had about 6 or 7 foods, and now probably I'm up to about 30, where I can eat this and I can have that. And I enjoy eating foods now, whereas before it got to the point where I wasn't enjoying it.
So now you're going to be even more of a mass monster?
Oh yes, because I'm known for being a mass monster.
No, I mean, because the foods now, when you go off season, you know, you can allow yourself.
Yeah, I am going to follow this up when I have competed, and I'm going to try this year coming and the next year to have a proper off season and to see how big I can get. Not to say, oh, I can't get beyond that certain weight because I'll never get back in condition. I really want to have a good go at saying, you know what, let's just see where it goes and not have an issue about it, and then just see, you know, maybe I'll enjoy it. I'll definitely eat some more cake, that is for sure. Okay.